Hello Taurus, thank you for joining me. It's Sandra here from Wolf Moon Tarot. This is your Fairy Oracle reading for May 2021 or thereabouts. I'm doing this reading on the 27th of April and this is the time of the quite intense full moon in Scorpio, a very deep transformational energy. So very interesting time. If you're interested in these energies and how they link into your everyday life, then I have published recently this week's reading for each sign, dated the 26th of April through to the 2nd of May. So you may find those readings interesting, particularly for your sign, Taurus. Okay, so I've done a pre-shuffle of the cards to get your energy into the card. So I'll just do a final shuffle now of the Moonology Oracle cards, just to get your reading started. It is a general reading, Taurus, so it won't resonate with all of you, but it certainly will with some of you. Take what resonates and just leave the rest. So, first card, first message here, we've got the North Node, and this is encouraging you to step out of your comfort zone, Taurus. So let's see where that's going. Step out of your comfort zone. I'll just pop that there so we can see it. And then a final shuffle of the Fairy Oracle cards by Brian Froud. So we've got the heart of your reading here, situational and your energy, Taurus. The challenge to that, what's in your power ×2, and then a possible outcome, and then something else that your guides would like to say to you at this time. And at the bottom of the deck we have the Singer of Courage. So this is about being courageous, drawing on your courage, drawing on your strengths. For whatever reason, and we can come back to that in a minute, and hopefully the reading is going to reveal a little bit more about this, but something about courage. And it could well be just saying, Taurus, that you are very courageous. You are an earth sign, so you're very stable, you're very grounded, have an awful lot of common sense. So this could well be saying that you are being very courageous at this time. So I'll just pop that to one side, and we'll just do another shuffle now. Could we have some clarifiers for all the cards on the table, please? We clarify all the cards on the table, please. I'm going to lay them on top for a little bit of depth to your reading. Okay, so at the bottom of the deck this time we have Indie. Indie is a very wishy-washy energy. This is about difficult making your mind up about something or deciding upon something. Just when you feel you've just about made your mind up, then you start to question that and think, well, what about this, what about that? So that's the energy of Indie. So I'll just put that next to the Singer of Courage, and we'll see how they both link in with the rest of your reading. So at the heart of your reading, Taurus, we've got fairies of the future, and we have the fairy who was kissed by the pixies. Okay, so fairies of the future, this is making plans, looking to the future, being mindful of what's gone perhaps, but not being overly preoccupied with that. This is about looking to the future now and making plans going forward. And the clarifier for the fairy who was kissed by the pixies, this is feeling truly blessed, so lucky, and loved by so many people all around you, Taurus, and really feeling that. And that's the energy you're going to take forward with you as you're making plans going forward now. So what are the challenges to that? Well, we have Lace Moon's daughter, and we have Oi That Gnome. Laced Moon's daughter is very similar to the moon energy in ordinary tarot in respect that this is about shedding light on something, revealing something, being revealed, perhaps needing to get more information about something, but certainly light being shone on something. Now the clarifier is Oi That Gnome, and Oi That Gnome is the mischief maker. Now he brings chaos to a situation. He brings chaos, but he brings chaos because within chaos there is opportunity, and that's what he wants to say. He's going to shake things up, basically, but there will be an opportunity to be grasped, to be seen, as things are being shook up. Perhaps something needs to be shook up in some way, but there's an opportunity there. And I feel, you know, and light's going to be shed on that. You're probably going to be able to see what that opportunity is. Perhaps that's where the Singer of Courage comes in. It's about being courageous at this time. So this is the challenge for you. Probably as you're making plans to go forward and feeling very loved and very blessed. But there is going to be something, a bit of a shake-up, but you're going to see what the opportunity is for you to grasp with that. So let's carry on. And of course we had step out of your comfort zone, didn't we? So is that something to do with this little bit of a shaking up, this chaotic energy that's going to be around? That you're going to have to step out of your comfort zone to deal with and be courageous. So let's see. So what's in your power at this time? Well, we have Lease of the Shadows and we have Mikla Muckle. Now, Lease of the Shadows, this is when it's the right time for seeking help, therapy, counselling, support. But it's basically to deal with a trauma from the past, something from the past that the energies are saying either you or somebody connected to you is ready now for healing, is ready for it to be dealt with. And as I say, it could be in the form of one-to-one counselling or talking therapies or just being able to face what's gone in the past that's still hanging around, that's holding you or somebody close to you back. So that's the energy of Lease of the Shadows. The clarifier is Mikla Muckle, and this is the child. This is the child energy. So this may be referring to a child or an adult child or somebody young. It could be somebody young in energy, young in spirit. Or it could just simply be saying for yourself, Taurus, that to adopt the childlike energy, to take each day as it comes, to tap into your inner child, to get an understanding about why you feel or react or respond or see things the way that you do at times. So with Lease of the Shadows, who's very clearly saying, yes, you are ready now, you or somebody close to you is ready now for addressing things from the past, traumas from the past that may hold you back at some time. But, you know, and it's either to do with a child or an adult child, or it's to do with yourself, Taurus, tapping into your release, looking at your inner child and releasing your inner child. Perhaps it's to do with approaching Lease of the Shadows with more of a innocent energy, a childlike energy. So what else is in your power? Okay, so we have himself and we have Arvel Parrot. Now, himself is the universal godlike energy, very powerful, paternalistic energy. This is the all-seeing, all-knowing energy here. You see, he has all the stars, the universal stars in his hair. His third eye, to do with second sight, intuition, instinct, is lit up. As is his heart chakra, because he comes from a very loving place and wants the best for everybody. He wants the best for the universe, he wants the best for the earth, and he wants the best for you, Taurus. So this is very much saying that the universe has got your back here. The universe is watching over you, all right, and offering some guidance here. And the clarifier is oval parrot. So this is about communication. So communication in all its aspects. So receiving communication, receiving that communication, perhaps universal or spirit communication, or from your guides, the angels. So receiving it, receiving information, and being able to then converse it, to transform what you receive into the spoken word, if you like. Understand it, and then speak and share, communicate what you've been receiving. So very powerful. Himself is a very powerful energy. It's benevolent. He is paternalistic. And he comes forward. He actually energizes and makes more powerful all of the cards in the reading when he comes forward. But it's certainly energizing and magnifying something to do with communication for yourself, Taurus. You know, that it's the right thing, it's a good thing. And it's very important. I feel that's what he's wanting to say. Okay. Now, a possible outcome here, we have Lom the poet and She the retriever. And Lom the poet, this is the romancer, this is the dreamer, the idealist. And he can seem quite distant and, in a dream state, not with it, not focused, very much away within himself. However, what really wakes him up and sparks him is anything to do with writing, reading, writing, poetry, creativity, the arts. That really sparks him and wakes him up. So we have Lom the poet, and I feel what this is saying, Taurus, that there is something that is very much essentially a part of you that sparks you, that really wakes you up, that really does it for you. And She the retriever this is something that you thought was gone, was lost, that you wouldn't be able to get back again. But She the retriever is saying it's not lost, it's not gone. With a little bit of effort, you can very much link into your energy again, what it is that's an essential part of you that sparks you. With just a little bit of effort, you can get it back. You can tap into that and immerse yourself into that energy again. So, what do your guides want to say to you, Taurus? Well, we have a collective of pixies and we have Laguna. And the collective of pixies, this is very much saying, chores, jobs don't just go away, do they? There's certain things we have to attend to sometimes on a quite mundane level, but they're important nevertheless. And what the collection of pixies is saying is make light of it. Put music on, burn your candles, your incense burners, dance and sing as you're doing your chores, your jobs, but try to lighten your energy. And particularly at this time, you see, of the full moon in Scorpio, there's quite an intense energy. So it's about doing doing what you love, enjoying what you're doing, and any jobs you've got to do, try to do something to lighten that load, if you like, even if it means delegating. Now the clarifier is Laguna, and this is about this. Laguna is the fairy queen. She's a frog princess, more or less. She's half frog, half fairy here. So she's quite comfortable in all different environments and settings. But she's sitting on the toadstool here, and she's ready to take a leap. She's ready to take a leap of faith to go on a new adventure, to go forward. And of course, at the heart of your reading, we saw the fairies of the future, didn't we? Getting ready, making plans for going forward and feeling very, very blessed. And here again, so whilst you are in the process of making plans, of starting to look to the future, ready to take the leap, just try to lighten your load if you can. Try to lift your energies, and anything that can't be put to one side at this time, then, you know, have fun while you're doing the chores. I think that's basically what it's saying. All right, so a very, very quick recap for you. Something about stepping out of your comfort zone at this, going through this time and going through May. But it's, you know, any time from me doing this reading, from whenever you watch this reading is the right time for you. But so at the heart of your reading, you know, the fairies of the future, planning for going forward. Feeling very lucky and very blessed at the same time. Some form of a chaos or shake-up coming in, but, you know, light's going to be shed on this. Light's going to be shed on, and the opportunity that's going to present itself as a result of that gnome coming in. And then Lisa the Shadow. So, you know, there is something that perhaps needs dealing with from the past. And it could be stripping the layers back, accessing your inner child. You know, is it something that happened back in childhood, perhaps for some of you? For others of you, it's just about going, you know, taking each day at a time. And as you are facing this situation. And for some of you, it could be that, you know, accessing one-to-one therapies, counselling. But sometimes just touching base with our friends to talk things over can get a clarity. It could be for some of you to do with a younger person. So I'll just throw that in the mix as well there. Okay, and then something else in your power is himself has come forward, this fantastic universal godlike energy, saying something about communication, perhaps communicating with you and through you, and supporting you in your communications, or possibly just wanting, you know, to communicate with you. And then a possible outcome, Lom the Poet, something that really sparks you, that interests you, that you thought was gone, was lost, but it's not. With a little bit of effort, you can pull it back. So it's a time of being brave, be courageous, but it's also, there's something about indie here, isn't there? You know, about making your mind up about something, deciding upon a course of action, deciding what you're going to do, making that decision. And perhaps this is when you have to step outside of your comfort zone, for some of you Taurus. All right, let's get two final messages for you. Okay, two final messages for Taurus, please, for May 2021. Two final messages for Taurus, please. So the final two messages we've got watching clouds, lie back, rest and relax. And that's very much a message at this time of intense energies. That's good advice. You know, whenever you can, lie back and watch the clouds go by. Rest, read, have a cup of tea, look after yourself. Beautiful message. And overcoming obstacles. You can overcome anything. Which links in with the singer of courage, doesn't it? You know, whatever obstacles are going to be put in your path, and that may be as a result of Oi that gnome bringing in a little bit of chaos and upheaval, but you can overcome that. You will find a way, bringing in digging into your courage and finding a way to remove the obstacles. And there's the sword of strength there. To remove that boulder from your pathway going forward. You can overcome anything. And that's the message for you, Taurus, from the Fairy Oracle and from the universe. But lie back, rest and relax. Fantastic. All right, Taurus, I hope you've enjoyed the reading and that it has had meaning for you. But good luck going forward, and I hope you can join me again in the future. Bye-bye for now.